So, as I was saying, you all have gathered together with Counselor Galby Mudbelt. Now, whatever world that you have come from, Counselor Mudbelt is unique because I'm sure, I don't know if you've seen one, but I know that in Ben's world there are dwarves. In Edward's world there are sort of dwarves, but it's probably nothing like what dwarves are here. But since you've come to the Vale, you have not seen a dwarf. You've seen beings that are clearly halflings, and that's what they've been called, halflings, but not dwarfs, if they are in your world. And it's not something that would really get talked about or mentioned, but Perrinval City is mostly ruled by oligarchs and merchants and stuff that are demi-humans. They're mostly elves and halflings, and other strange creatures that you've never heard of before. And the humans are all of the newcomers. In the past recent decades, all the people that have arrived here from other places are human, but no dwarves, except Galby Mudbelt. And so she has, you've been accompanying her to the tower. She's completed your mark, your writ of mark as Adventurers of Perrinval, and you have this collection of documents that she's asked you to sign to be her kind of representatives on this expedition. And you also know that there are kind of two different types of expeditions. There's like an adventure, which you all went on. You went to the Lost City through the tower. And then there's campaigns. Like there's like big expeditions. And that's what this is. Counselor Mudbelt is a high counselor. She's one of the eldest ruling council members in the Council of Perrinval, the ruling body of the kingdom. And she's saying basically that her intention is to send you on an expedition to find the fate of her people, to find where the dwarves are in the Vale, what happened to them. And she explains to you that in Perrinval City, that the magical works of the city are were built under her designs, which have a magical quality, and only the Mudbelts of her line knew how to build them, and everyone else in her family is dead. She's the only dwarf that she knows of, and someday she will die, and when she dies, no one will know how to defend the city. And so for the sake of the long-term survival of the kingdom of Perrinval, she asks that you're going to go, and she's not telling you where you're going. But you all have been traveling and talking to her and walking with her from the Royal Monument to the old tower.
I love the little poofs of smoke on that map.
Yeah, little industry going on there, industrial sector.
Small bit of bookkeeping. I need an instrument.
Hey, what instrument do you want?
I want a lute.
Then you have a lute. I'm so glad you picked the lute. Like, I get it's basic, but go basic. Like, yes.
I mean, there's nothing basic about a lute, man. That's
I
a
know,
lot
but
of
it's
string.
like a D&D thing, but everybody's like, oh, I want a didgeridoo. No, don't do that.
Or
Pick a
whatever.
lute. Yeah.
The lute is... Yeah.
No love for the hurdy-gurdy?
No hurdy-gurdies. No, actually, that's okay.
Hurdy-gurdy is great, but it's tough if you're like in the wilderness on a mountaintop and you're trying to evade the orcs, you know?
What about the good old jug?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for a different... That's for the hills.
Speaking of weird bards that always want weird instruments, your patron, for both the druid, we can explore different patron options, including Bjorn. But for the bard, for Edward, the patron of the college is an archfey named Caber.
Oh, Archfey.
Wow.
Yeah, some kind of fey being that like does like partying and music and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, my guy is the kind of guy that will go along to get along. Edward is, but in the Lion and Dragon world, elves and fae are agents of chaos, and and the archfey would be somebody that I would be deeply uncomfortable with. The fact that I have to kind of be like exist, it's like clean contrary to what I've been raised
Yeah.
to believe, and so
Not only is it different here, but like the people there are professors that were at the college that were elves, and
yeah,
but they do represent a cosmic force here, and they do talk about it at the college. You have law and chaos, and then there's this otherness, this like perpendicular line through it all, and some of that aligns more with law, and some of it more with chaos. But there's this like fey line that kind of is perpendicular to all of it.
yes. Well, I feel like a man apart no matter where I am.
Yeah.
It would seem. But I don't know if now, do we have to pick a patron because we are worshippers of nature deities, or?
Yeah, I definitely think that you would have a kind of like connection to various fey entities, and I have some options for you that we can choose later, but we'll do that.
Okay.
I'll send you a list or something, and we can talk about it. Okay, so anyways, you're traveling with her. She has her guards that I mentioned before, which are dressed differently than the other guards at the Royal Monument. And she has chosen to walk. And some people kind of like yell at her from the crowds as you travel and stuff, and she waves back at them and stuff like that. It's an interesting choice to walk. There's some reason that she's like chosen to actually walk on foot. But while you're walking, yeah, what do you do?
So I gotta ask, my lady, why are we walking?
I wanted to see the city. Not to sound so fatalistic, but I just wanted to see it.
Well, surely, my lady, you're going straight back home after we part ways, yes?
Sure. Of course. I just wanted my eyes to see the city.
Take it all in. I'm sure he'll be back, and Ben's looking around, making sure that other people see him with Mudbelt. He's trying to be conspicuous.
Man, you've had a bath. I mean, like,
yeah, that's right. He's cleaned up. He's doing his best to clean up and not be filthy, and he's actually starting to all that business with being thrown under the bus by what's his name, that crew and everything. He's trying to make it. See, I'm in good in case any guards he's kind of giving an eye to as he passes, trying to make sure he's seen with the powerful.
I don't have. You have all your adventuring gear, but I want to note that we'll just say that your all's wealth. It was something like 2,400 gold or something. We will say that you have whatever silver and copper that you had. So, like, unless it's something absurd, but I don't think it was.
It was pretty absurd.
Oh, okay. In that case...
2,045 silver pieces and 500 copper.
Okay. We'll just say that you've got, like, 250 copper and 250 silver. But everything else, you didn't lose anything, so I'm giving you a deal. I'm giving you a big deal right now. But we'll say that to not be absurd, because you had like packs of helmets and crazy stuff that were like gold helmets. So let's say you liquidated all that, but you've traded it in for various gems and rubies, and you've got some sacks, however you secure it, of that. Okay, and you're also in nice clothes, like quality clothes, for probably first time in Ben's life.
Yep. And yeah, he's definitely trying to live it up and be impressive. He's got a decent charisma, so he's trying to, clean up, which is the first for him. And it's for ease of use sake, if we're going to the 10 item limits, I had well more than 10, so I'm limiting myself now to 8 stuff. So I'm gonna just forget most of those items and go to the 10.
And to clarify the 10 item limit, the 10 item limit is just before you're with treasure. And I'm not even going to, it's like after the fact, right? So like if you have 10 items and you get in the dungeon, when you pick up a penny, does that mean you're with treasure? No. Like I'll just be like, okay, that's a bunch of stuff. Now you're with treasure, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
well,
that's to prevent carrying 10 oil flasks into it. That's ridiculous. So yeah, no.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. You're going into a desert. I get 10 things of water. Okay.
That's what I had going on. Yeah.
Are we hoping to get hirelings?
Eventually, that's my understanding.
Yeah, you don't have any right now, but so you're approaching the old tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't. I would like to walk and play.
Say that again?
I would like to walk and play my lute. And sing.
Okay.
And enchant. Fascinate up to 2 hit dice of creatures per level. I can fascinate persons at first level. And it says I can do so while walking, and if they're fascinated, they will follow.
Okay, I think that...
Save versus spell.
Right.
If they're unwilling. I mean, maybe it's willing or unwilling, actually. It doesn't say it in the book.
Well, a crowd begins to gather as people nearby start to dance and sing along with the crowd.
I'd like to make it a somewhat melancholy to match the counselor's mood.
Okay. Yeah. A crowd follows you up until you get to the entrance to the old tower. From there, you see the robed figures out at the front of the entrance again, and they bow to the counselor. And you have not met these robed figures. They all have that symbol on them, like I'd said before, on the robes. But they nod to the counselor, and the counselor says, "I'm here for the gate." And they say, "Very well, my lady. If you're here for the gate, then you'll need to follow us around back." And instead of going through the double door entrance, the large double door entrance to this tower right here, they instead take you to the back. And then it goes into like an old, like castle style keep with stairs that wind and descend down into a dark, like a castle where it just winds down. And it's lit by torches. And eventually you come to an area where the stone gives way and there's natural cavern space here. And the cavern space, there's this huge underground cavern and the guards flank you, and they carry torches, and you cross this big stone bridge, and there's this wall made of a material that you're not familiar with. It doesn't exactly look like metal, but it's also not stone. It seems to be something made, but softer than metal, and of a smoother quality. And there's a portal space here, like an entryway, that's open, and you can tell that whatever structure was once there had been like tore open long ago. And there are all these strange symbols around the entrance to this, and the counselor leads you into this opening, and part of the structure that was here has given way and collapsed. And you can see the stone of the cavern, and in the center of it is this raised area leading up, and there are candles all along the stairs with this bright light. And as you get closer, you realize that this is a doorway going nowhere. Nothing is behind the door, and it has this blue light. And Counselor Mudbelt, she says, this is the Shadow Gate.
Well, Counselor, thank you for everything.
Yes, I'm one of the few people that has the access to bring people here. I would be lying to you if I told you that I have not signed a few of those writs. And for everyone that has gone through that, I have never known anyone to return. The different levels and portals within this tower go to faraway places. Places I don't even know if they touch the veil itself, but this portal has changed. It was broken in the last war, and it only goes somewhere in the Vale. We have a series of keys that Theron, before he died, the Grand Master of Magic of the Kingdom, the Archmage, he helped us develop them. The control mechanism was also damaged. But this one, no one's come back from, but the key is called the Evening Lands. It's somewhere within, I don't know, far away across this expanse into the Vale. According to my research, and you can make a lore check if you want. Do you have a lore at first level?
No,
Oh wait, you're second level.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're second level. Everybody's second level currently. If you weren't second level, you're now second level.
Hey! Cool.
Well, so did you say max hit points at second level?
Yeah, everybody's max hit points level 2, unless you're higher, which I think Ben and Bashar, are you guys not almost level 3?
No, I'm still nearly 1,000 away from level 2.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah.
sorry, no, I'm a little closer than that, but
Interesting.
not that much.
Okay,
Rangers have a high.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, everybody's level 2, max hit points at level 2. Yeah, okay, so do you have a lore die?
Yes, 2 in 6 chance.
All right, you can try it. But she says, what was that? She says, according to my research over some time, that may be the best chance that I have to discover what happened to my people. This is a long shot, because the truth is that writ, and she nods toward the container, the satchel of documents and things, and the symbols of authority from the Kingdom of Perrinval that you carry. She says that's only worth whatever you make of it. I want what's best for Perrinval. But even if you find the answers, somehow you have to make it back here. What'd you get, Chris?
I failed. Rolled a 6.
Gotcha. Yeah, you've never heard of the Evening Lands. No, nobody else has either.
I'm sorry, did you ask me something?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of the Evening Lands.
What is Oh, Tom, what is your character's name?
Talon Moonfeather.
Talon. Are you a female?
No.
Okay, Talon.
From the Black Raven tribe. One of those Uthgard folk.
Oh, you are an Uthgard. That's cool. Okay. And then I've got... You have a character sheet now. I'll give you control of it in a second. And where it is... Chris. Okay, sorry, come on. Alright. And configure ownership. And I'm going to give it to... Tom is the owner.
Question for XP. Would I add... Do you just want me to start straight at whatever the level 2 one is? Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, Talon. So Edward, you received some sort of portent. We won't go into that right now. But also, your friend Edward, that you knew, that you encountered when you first arrived in this strange land, summoned you for help, called on you for help. And it coincided with this strange portent that something is upsetting the balance in this faraway place. But then, like, you made your way into that map that I showed you with, like, the steampunk, factories and magical devices, Magitech trams and flying objects and things like that. What is Talon doing in the course of walking to the tower and then seeing this and everything?
You mean other than being mortified and disgusted by all this machinery? this abomination of nature? He's gotta find his friend. Gotta find the song spinner. Where is friend Edward?
Edward's right there. So you were all together.
Ah! There you are, Edward. Friend and song spinner.
Tom. Here I am. Oh, sorry, it's Tom. Did you say Tom, right? It was Talon? What was this?
Talon.
Sorry. Yes, Talon.
You good? I received your summon, Edward.
Jesus.
Please. I've been having these strange dreams. What is it that you summoned me for?
Well, high adventure, my friend. And a chance to get away from all of this machinery.
Taylor just has like this horrible look of disgust every time you mention machinery. Just disgusting.
And so we go to seek the fate of the dwarves. Dwarves. I'm not even really sure entirely what is meant by dwarves, but we go nonetheless for Counselor Mudbelt's sake. And it just seems like the right thing to do, my friend. Here we are in this world, provided with these powers, and clearly we're meant to use them.
Again, song spinner. Wisdom flows from your mouth. Very well.
If you say so.
I don't know
Y'all
much
gonna
about
be-
these dwarves, but if it is my assistance you require, it would be remiss of me not to offer.
Well, here are my friends. And friends. Talon. I know him from the school. He wandered in off the streets. From another world like the rest of us.
Bischoff
Halfway.
nods.
Fellas.
Well, y'all are gonna be real fun to travel with, I can tell. All right. Bunch of nature guys. Okay. Y'all know how to find food in the woods?
I mean-
suppose we'll be seeing many poop tunnels where we're going, so good luck.
One would hope not.
You'd be surprised what you can find down there, but yeah.
I'm sure I would be.
Counselor Mudbelt, you all go up to the steps of this thing, to this portal. Looking into the other side, you can only see just a cerulean miasma of light. You can't see what's on the other side of it, but there's some sort of strange arcane mechanism and what looks like geometric shapes that she has in different configurations. And she takes small ones and she places them in a certain order. And it causes, you kind of get this feeling of mild vertigo, almost as if the whole world spins a little bit. And then she says, well, before she's able to say anything else, and before you go through, all of a sudden you hear marching. A quick time march, a fast, slight running march of booted feet, as the chamber fills up on the other side with guards. And Counselor Mudbelt cries out and says, she says, "What is the meaning of this? What are you doing here?" And a senior guard steps forward, one of the Paranvalian guard, and she said, and he says, "Lady Galby Mudbelt, on orders from the Council of Paranval, you and your accomplices are under arrest for crimes against the state."
Bishaw looks over her at Counselor Mudbelt and says, "It is time to open the gate."
Yeah, and the gate, she pressed that mechanism and stuff, and all of a sudden, you see, I have to go back and get his name. It's been a while. Ergs Nixvaria, Monster Town, that's it. Maddock crew, as well as Counselor Ryko, and 2 humans, which Talon and Edward you wouldn't recognize, but they're dressed very well. It's clear that they are council members. These are like the ruling elite of the Kingdom of Paranval, which is a kingdom in name only. And they are both humans. The female is elderly and dark-skinned, and the man is has long hair, but is otherwise pale-skinned, and Lady Mudbelt just looks at Counselor Ryko and says, she says, "You too, Irene." And Counselor Ryko says, "The time that demi-humans have ruled this kingdom is over, Counselor Mudbelt. your projects and the other demi-humans. You're crippling the people of this kingdom. These adventures, as you call it, and dangerous every day. People go through that portal and they're never heard from again, carrying the secrets of our state with them. And, let's see here. And Crew says, listen, my friends, we can set this all right. Step down from there. You don't want to be involved with this. We'll get this all sorted out, and we'll have your names cleared. You're very talented people. You could work for us.
Their concerns actually seem legitimate. But Bishak cares
There's
nothing
anybody
for
but
it.
a crew. He's told me this shit before. I can't trust him.
Counselor Mudbelt turns to you all. She looks up at you all, at Bashaw and Ben and Edward and everybody, and is like, I accept my fate. Please help me. This kingdom will not survive unless we find the answer to what has happened to my people. We're the only ones that can build the walls.
Is this a gate that's now open? We can just walk through it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tip my cap. My lady, may God be with you.
And guards are already rushing up the steps.
I'll rush through the gate.
Bishak grabs her and goes through. It's like,
oh no!
You know what, Miss?
Come on, off we go.
You're gonna throw the counselor through the gate.
Yeah, and Red Bite will be like, you know what? You make a very good case, Mr. Crew, and I think we maybe will take you up on. Nope, and then I just jumps back in the portal.
Okay, he won't throw her. He'll just kind of look and say, "Are you sure? We can leave."
Yeah, right. Yeah, she's like, no, you have to understand. I'm needed here. As soon as I leave, no one will be able to maintain these gates, and the kingdom of Perenval will fall.
Right. Bishak nods, looks to the rest, kind of grins, goes through the gate.
Okay. You have vertigo and nauseating, tumbling chaos for moments. And then you find yourself, let's see here, probably something like, oh yeah, it is nighttime. I have to actually look this up. I didn't think we would get this far, which is great.
Talon, question for you.
Speak, friend.
Out of character, what spells did you take for first level?
Entangle and detect danger.
Okay. And I've got, just so you know, GM, because I'll be using it a lot, animal friendship.
Okay.
It seems eminently useful.
Probably not wrong.
Let's make it kind of dark, because it is dark currently. You're not sure how long, how much time has passed, but when you exit the gate, and swirling color that miasma disappears behind you, you find yourself surrounded by stones. I have to find it here. Ah, here it is. And I actually will show you the art if I have it. Yeah, I think I do. Let me put up some walls here real quick.
I have no token with vision.
Ditto.
How's that?
Cool.
That's way better. Yes.
Okay. So there's this giant sword that's penetrating the earth. And it's not shown here very well, but beneath these large standing stones are lots of smaller stones that are standing stones as well. Oh, I know why it's not doing that. Like around here. And then there are these towering standing stones that go up, and this sword that sticks out of the ground probably, I don't know, 30, 40 feet, 50 feet into the air. And you come out of these stones. You've got your backpacks and your gear and everything, and you collect yourselves. It is dark outside. It's surrounded by forest, and there is a lot of things that happen all at once. You hear the sounds of gibbering in the dark. Like that. And you also hear a voice behind some stones.
You there? Hey, you there, come here. Please, quickly. We don't have much time.
I'll draw my sword.
Ready my bow.
Talon's got spear and shield at the ready.
All right, you all
The
draw out
handbags
your
and the
weapons, and a little voice behind a stone. You just barely see a little face, and he's like, and it's like,
Quickly, come here. We've got to get out of here.
I'll rush over with the point forward. Not threatening whoever this is, but just at the ready. I'm not casual.
yeah, okay.
Bashad's gonna follow.
Let's see here. My computer's breaking. Okay, hold on just a second.